Hello everyone, it's Pat at Beads and Plenty More, and today I'm going to show you how to make this earring. We've used the 18 gauge wire, heavy wire, and I've formed the outside around a round unit and then made it into an oval. So let's get started and I'll show you how it's done. And then I made the ear hook as well. So we'll keep that one aside. I've cut 5 inches of 18 gauge wire. And I started out by making it round. So just wrapped it around a round item here. Mainly because I don't have an exact size in oval, so this works really well. So you make it round like that, and then you just gently pull the bottom, and that will form it into an oval, and maybe push the sides a little bit. And then with my flat nose pliers, I push these sides up a bit, like that. Make sure they're nice and even. Bring them together to check. Yeah, pretty even. So then we take the round pliers, and I'm going to make a fine, little circle on this side and bring it down around to the flat part there, like that, and then same on the other side. Grab right near the end of the round nose pliers, go around. It's fairly stiff wire, an 18 gauge, so you do have to really work it a bit. Get your nice little circles like that. These ones are a bit smaller than the ones I've made on the other one. So always when you're making 2 earrings, you want to cut 2 pieces at the same time and make sure that you get them similar. So I used my pounding block and I did a gentle pound on this. I didn't really pound it right out, just a gentle pound. This strengthens the wire so that it's going to be a lot stronger to work with. I said, and it also sets it up a little bit nicer. Gives it a little more texture too. So I have prepared one that was exactly the same as my original. Set it one over top of the other to make sure they're equal. So this is the unit I'm going to work with now. Here's my oval stone well, it's actually a glass piece that I've worked with. Just give that a little bend in to make sure it's nice and oval. Then I cut a piece of the 5-inch piece of the 18 gauge wire. I'm going to make sure I've got a nice end on it. So you always want to cut that end with your flat side of your pliers so that you get a really square end on there. And here I'm going to make a small loop, and this is going to sit at the bottom of my unit here. Make it big enough that I can hook it on. There we are. Get that in a little bit tighter. So that goes there, and this is going to come up through like that. So that's what this circle on the bottom here. So to put the little bead on the bottom, I used a head pin. Just put your bead onto the head pin. Give it a bend over, cut so that you can make a loop, and then we'll make a little loop with our round pliers. There we go. Nice and tidy. I'll release that enough that I can hook it onto here. There we are. So that's the bottom set up. Sitting like that. And then I used 2 more of these little gold beads, one on each side of my oval glass bead. You can kind of set up your pattern based on what beads you choose, and you want to kind of fill in that area. So it worked out for me to put one on each side of my oval. There we go. So that's kind of our unit all set up there. Then I squeezed these in, and I used a little piece of 28 gauge matching gold wire. Cut off a piece about 4 inches long is good. This is just a little utility wrap, not a fancy wrap, just to hold all that together. Oh, I've got them overlapping there, so straighten them out. I wrapped about 6 times, just enough to make sure that it's good and solid. And cut away our excess and just drop those ends down. You can use the pliers to do this, or you can use your fingers. Now, this piece here I want to make just into a nice little loop at the top. So I'm going to cut away all but enough to make that loop. And the loop will go sit right inside those other 2 little circles like that. I want to close that up a bit more. There we are. Now to make the earring hook, which I've done here, I've taken a piece of wire that is 3 inches long, and I'll make that nice square end again. Always be sure you start with a really good end. And we'll make a small loop that we'll use for hooking on to the other piece. And then this is the way that the earring hook is going to bend. And I just used the round of my plier here to bring it around like that. And we'll just make sure that it looks similar to my other one. Yeah. And then here we just need a gentle bend on the end. And then because my loop is faced the way it is, I need to turn this one like that so that it'll hook in the right direction. And then center this up a bit better. Open it. And we'll hook on to this loop that I've already made. And all that's left now, we're going to close this, but we're also going to use the little cup file, to tidy up the ends of the earring hook, because when it goes through the ear we want it to be nice and smooth. So that's what this product is. Round your wire with a little cup on the end of the, so it's got a little tiny file right on the end here, and it's perfect for rounding your wire. So we put the little tip in there and turn a little bit more. Very good. And same with the other one, of course. And there you have it, beautiful pair of earrings. If you're going to use a different shape of bead for the middle, then of course you adjust the outsides. I do have a round one that I was going to try as well. I think will work equally well. This one doesn't want to center exactly. There we go. Very good. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.